Alright, this is Rise of the Tomb Raider on the RX 580 with 720p on 100% render scale and no anti-aliasing. On the medium settings, I'm going to select, and I'm going to turn these all down to medium. Now, this game actually came out a year before this card, so I'm hoping good things coming from this, but we don't know. This was actually a very intensive game, so it could be pretty bad. I'm also using Riva Statistics Tuner to count our FPS, but here we are. Getting 60 FPS. I do have VSync on, so it's gonna stay at 60 FPS or higher. The FPS will drop down in bigger areas, though. I completely forgot what we're supposed to do. Yeah, I go through here. It's going to be very... what I'm trying to say is the environments are going to be very destructible. So when you shoot something or break something, it will all be destructive. So very neat for this game. Having from 60, but I think it will.
The enamel work is
You can see here that it actually turned off the VSync, but as we go back into the real game, it doesn't. Oh, I just died. Fuck. Okay, so I'm going to another intensive area. This is way more intensive than the previous area. This is the Prophet's Tomb, which you usually see in the beginning of the game. It's very intensive because of the lighting and such. So I wanted to see if this is going to drop our FPS. So far, it's doing fine. Well, obviously, this will drop your FPS as you look out here. But right now, it's doing fine. Rise of the Tomb Raider on higher settings is very intensive. I'm surprised it's doing this while at 720p. It looks pretty good too. I do think there is a bit of anti-aliasing going on though, because this looks it looks very soft. But that might just be me.
Something's here.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the settings, see if there's anything going on here. Not from what I'm aware of, but I don't think that's in... I think this is in display that it shows that. Resolution modifier says it's there, but it's not. It's higher. There is no anti-aliasing. It just looks kind of blurry. But maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. DirectX 12 may run better, but I think we're gonna stick to DirectX 11 for this GPU. It stays at 60 FPS regardless. I don't have a frame locker on, it's just the VSync, but I'm at 100 Hz, so this is very strange that it's at 60 FPS. But it's not a bad thing, because 60 FPS always feels good. Feels nice. It's very bloomy, the textures look nice.
It's some sort of marker. Byzantine script.
Alright, you know what? That's pretty good on medium settings. I'm kind of getting bored, so we're gonna switch it to high. I'm gonna turn on pretty much all of these. And I know this is probably going to kill everything. I'm not gonna turn these up because these are very intensive settings, but the main ones are now turned up. So let's see how this runs. Yeah, okay, now we're starting to get frame drops. I don't know what I'm doing.
Seems to be a map of some sort, but I can't quite read the words.
So far it's doing okay. We're at 45 FPS now though, so this is clearly a way more intensive area. Still feels really good though. Okay, bright. Very bright. Now that foliage, you can definitely tell it's at a lower resolution.
If only Dad could have seen this.
Got some frame drops, but nothing too crazy. Hold up, I need to get that blue flyer. Okay. Got the blue flyer. The blue fire. Help that foliage. SMMA. SMMA. The best anti-aliasing I think it has. Yeah, it looks way better. Runs a little bit worse, but I'm okay with that. At 30 FPS, it's really amazing. Jesus Christ, I suck. It's playable, and if you play on lower settings, it will never drop from 60. I'm gonna turn off the anti-aliasing now. If it will ever let me. And here we go. This is probably the most intensive spot in this entire map with all the foliage, but it looks okay. And you know, this game ran on a 360. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, it has. It looks so good. Even at this low frame rate, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't feel bad either. I could play this because it's more of a cinematic game. You don't really need higher settings for this type of game. You really don't. I am going to now turn it down to 900p. Or maybe we should turn off and tune down the settings first. Let's do that. Why not? Let's turn these down and this down and this down. Let's see what that looks like. And if it can get 60 FPS at 900p, which is this card's resolution, what it was made for, I'd call this playable. More than playable, it's enjoyable like this. Alright, go in. Go in. Pop. Pop. Also a very intensive thing because of the smoke. So it doesn't drop from 30. While recording too. This is good.
Armed soldiers against religious pilgrims.
This is an intensive spot here with all the skeletons and stuff. Still fine. I was expecting a little bit better though.
That was too close.
But I'm sure at like low settings it'll be fine. But you definitely want to play at higher settings than the lower resolution for this game. Oh, I actually got a gun this time. Pop, pop, pop. Not really dropping much with the shooting. Oh wait, I think I see what we're supposed to do. Yeah. Okay. So far it's fine, and the fire should be dropping our FPS right now, but it's not, and we're even reaching 60 at times.
They're blasting their way in.
So you should definitely keep these settings for this type of GPU. A very similar GPU to this is the 750 Ti, which I believe will perform the same as this, if not a little bit worse. Wait, hold on. Can I jump and get that? Nah. Nah, it just won't work. Trying to figure out how to get up there. This tricky. Oh wait, I got it. The water should also drop our FPS. But yes, okay, it is. Not by a whole lot though. Barely any, in fact. Yeah, this is good. Now, I do want to know what it looks like on the worst settings possible. Alright, 800 by 600. We could lower the render scale as well, but I don't want to do that because that's just bullshit. The water should also drop our FPS. But yes, okay, it is. Not by a whole lot though. Barely any, in fact. Yeah, this is good. Now, I do want to know what it looks like on the worst settings possible. Alright, 800 by 600. We could lower the render scale as well, but I don't want to do that because that's just bullshit, and I don't want to fuck with that. But I am going to turn off VSync so I can see the full FPS of this. And I'm gonna turn down everything to low. This is gonna look like crap, but I want everything off. Everything. Oh my gosh, yeah, this looks bad. Looks very soft. But it still looks good for 800 by 600. I'm shocked. This is 360 resolution, dude. And it's fine. It's a little bit soft, but it's okay. Maybe I'm just used to lower resolutions. I usually play at like 900p for performance reasons. I usually get like 100 FPS, but this is... I'm used to it anyway, but this is just good. Look at that. Look at that aliasing. That looks really bad there. Yeah, I don't recommend anyone to play like this, though. I mean, you can if you really have to.
We made it, Dad.
You have like a 1030, which no one's gonna be playing this with a 1030, but maybe some people. Who knows? I doubt it, though. So now that we've seen how good this can run, let's see how bad it can run. HBIO, HBAO. We're going to turn everything to the very high settings and watch this computer crumble. 80, let's go the whole way. Why not? Alright, very high settings. Here we go. I am shocked. This is great. 35. This is what I believe the Xbox One X ran at. This 1080p very high. For 4K or very high. For, I want to see how the water does over there, but I don't know how to get over there. This 900p still looks good, runs good, and doesn't, like, make your memory go to shit. I don't know how much video memory we're using, but I'm not noticing any stuttering, so it can't be more than 2 gigs. Which is a great thing. Areas, because I noticed the water drops it sometimes, but overall it's fine. It's not dropping. So yeah, thank you for watching this benchmark. I'm sorry for all the stuttering and other stuff with my words, but I will get better at this eventually. It's just very hard to commentate on this sort of thing because it's, you don't see this every day, but you can see the 1% lows are only at 15 and the averages are at 62 right now, so it's great. I do recommend turning on VSync to lock your FPS at 60, or just do it manually with the recording software I'm using, or using this program right here, which is Riva Statistics Tuner, which basically you can just go to here, add the exe file, and then just lock it to whatever frame rate you want. We can even lock it as far as like 25, and if I go back, it's gonna lock itself at 20, and you'll be fine. Anyways, that's all. Bye.